Let's talk about some of the memorable fashion, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. We have Michelle DiMarco, who has over 2 decades of experience in the fashion industry. Going to break down some of the highlights for tonight. Let's see if we got Michelle. There she is. Good morning, Michelle.
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. So glad to have you here with us. It was a great night of fashion. You know, you and I were chatting during the show, and at first I was a little underwhelmed. I was like, there's a lot of black dresses and very classic, but then the color started. So let's start with Yara Shahidi from Blackish and Grownish. That was one of your favorites of the night, right?
So I texted you immediately when I saw her walk down the red carpet. I loved it. It was very just like old Hollywood school glamour, very Grace Kelly inspired. She wore a classic emerald green dress by Dior. And Kristen, what shocked me the most was her necklace. Her necklace was valued at over $1 million by Cartier. And I just absolutely loved it. It was flawless. And if you notice also the shoes were a very like muted skin tone, which drew the eye to the dress. And of course, that gorgeous Cartier necklace, and hands down, one of my favorite looks of the evening.
I love the chiffon detail on the neckline and just over the shoulder. I mean, it looks absolutely stunning on her. And we started to see, right, a lot of more color on the red carpet, a lot of really jewel tone and bright colors, and Yara really set that apart. Somebody else that you really
nailed
liked.
it.
Yeah, she nailed it. Somebody else you really liked, MJ Rodriguez from Pose. Look at her, just so ethereal in that dress.
Gorgeous, effortless. Her dress, which actually surprised me, is custom by Versace. And she just is a trendsetter and just really carving the pathway for a lot of people to follow. She was actually the first nominee of the Emmy Awards for transgendered, which I really admire her. And I'm just proud to like be watching her and so inspired. So she really also has my pick for best dressed.
The slit, the mile high slit is working it. Doesn't she look good? I mean, just that color just stands out so well on the red carpet.
Beautiful, beautiful pop of color. And she worked that dress. She looked elegant and flawless. And again, very effortless. It's just gorgeous.
Absolutely stunning. Okay, somebody else that really popped on the red carpet, Kaley Cuoco, who was nominated for Flight Attendant. Such a bright color. What did you think of this dress?
Okay, at first I was a little on the fence, but the more I looked at it, the more I loved it. And she is another one who won my best dress. I think that this dress is by Vera Wang. It fit her beautifully, and I mean, it is a statement color. She wore it with confidence walking down the red carpet. It fit her beautifully, and just the train is very elegant, the high slit in the front. So it's just gorgeous. It's done very tastefully, and it fits her perfectly.
Yeah, not all blondes can wear that color, but she wore it pretty well.
She definitely did. Again, it's that fluorescent yellow color. It was gorgeous, and I really love how it lays against the red on the red carpet, and she just looked beautiful. Definitely showstopper.
I know. I was texting with you. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about because the ruffles on the top.
Me too. But then I thought about it all night last, and I'm like, I love this dress. We're gonna speak about it tomorrow. I'm obsessed.
I mean, she definitely stood out, that's for sure. All right, so we got the ladies done. We got to talk about the men, and we can't talk about the men without starting with Billy Porter. Once again, showing up on the red carpet.
I mean, when he walked down the red carpet, he worked his look like no other. I mean, look at him go.
I guess what it was supposed to be floor length from what I'm hearing, but then they just cut it to be just like angel wings. And look at all the jewels.
So I was speaking with one of my girlfriends earlier about the jewels, and I really love how it's kind of like the black really serves as a blank canvas to pop against the jewels, which I really liked. And that necklace is everything.
He knows how to work whatever he wears, that's for sure. They did make it.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Cedric the Entertainer made a joke about his chandelier like lamp shade thing that he had a couple years ago, but this works so you can see the emerald green purse. And then one of the big stars of the night, of course, Jason Sudeikis, winning for Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso getting so many awards. I love that he had a little bit of color going on.
So he had the color, and then also I thought the fabric was very interesting with the velvet. This suit is by Tom Ford, and he looks just handsome, elegant, put together, confident, and when I saw him walk down the red carpet, you and I were texting and we're like, oh yes, definitely best dressed. Love this look.
He looks so good. What did you think, Michelle, overall of the red carpet fashion? There was, there was some really classic blacks. There were some people really standing out. But overall, what was your take?
So it was a mix. We did see a lot of muted blacks, which kind of surprised me. But then we also have these like rays of pops of color, which just kind of like elevated the mood, especially coming out of COVID and everyone kind of getting together for the first time in a while. So it was definitely nice to see those color elements mixed in the red carpet.
Absolutely. It was a fun night. It was really fun to be texting with you and watching it all. Michelle, thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And again, I love talking about the Emmys. It was a wonderful night.
And I'm loving that pink on you, girl. You look good.
Thank you.